Hello everybody, Accureye here, and welcome back to another Accureye Talks video. And in today's Accureye Talks video, we're going to be talking about something that, at least to me, seems like it would be kind of important, especially for Soul Calibur, as in Soul Calibur, you don't see too much diversion or, too many different uses of different characters, because, I think this is partly because of the fact that many characters are just, it feels a little uncomfortable. It may not be exactly your style or something like that. And, in truth, I think, sorry about that. In many ways, when it comes down to the character choices, especially like diversing your characters, it's hard to find the right character because so many people are looking for the immediately overpowered characters. And I mean, obviously this can be a problem, especially if developers don't decide to kind of go, oh well, this character is way too overpowered, we should probably nerf them. And I mean, Namco Bandai has a notorious record for doing that, especially on Soul Calibur, where unfortunately, you have people who are basically going to use some character like, for instance, Bodo, who's low, oh man, sorry, knowing fast, but also, very, very much of a point in, in the fact that they are overpowered and they're a little bit broken. And it's unfortunate that we have this type of thing, and there's not much we can do if you ever run into a character like Bodo. But on the opposite hand, you got characters like Siegfried and Nightmare who are just super OP as well. And the problem why they're OP is because, of course, the fact that their sword just has so much X amount of damage. It doesn't take much for someone to kind of come into a battle saying, oh yeah, I'm Nightmare, I'm going to be overpowered as heck. And, I mean, again, that leads to some of the problems that you see, yeah, sorry. But anyway, it leads to some of the problems that you see in games like Soul Calibur, where the community just kind of takes on the factor of, okay, Nightmare is super OP, let's just use him, and we'll have everyone pretty much use him in order to be successful, because, it's the only thing that is or has been proven to be successful overall. So, you see the issue and the problem there is that, and that alone, wow, sorry about this, but anyway, you see that's the problem about the characters, and I'm hoping that eventually we get to a point where we have some diversion, because the only way to really get better or defeat those certain characters that are overused, like Nightmare and Siegfried, is pretty much to try and use single player as your canvas to really kind of get an understanding of all the frames, all the counts, and at least all the moves that each one of these characters can do. Which often enough is never done on Soul Calibur or any fighting game, because too many people who immediately get Street Fighter are kind of going into the sense of, okay, I'm going to immediately go into online, because if I'm online, at least then I'll get experience and I'll be able to prove my worth in the game. So, it is exactly just that. It's something that can be, overall fairly annoying for some people. And even for me, it is a fairly big annoyance that's on my list, is that, without some way of fixing the problem, and without some way of actually having a analyzation or a thought of, oh, okay, this didn't really work, this isn't working, how can we nerf someone like, for instance, Nightmare or Mitsurugi, or how can we make it so that they are a little bit more on the buy and they're not just someone who everyone will pick and go, oh, yeah, that's gonna work for me, you know. And I think, you know, it's one of the main reasons why, if you watch my video on why Street Fighter actually works, it's one of the reasons Street Fighter works is because they have people who are always kind of looking at these characters. They have devs always kind of analyzing, okay, who needs buffs, who needs nerfs. And in my case of like Street Fighter or of Soul Calibur, for instance, you know, characters like 2B, well, actually not so much 2B, but characters like Nightmare, characters like Mitsurugi, characters like Sophia to a degree, and even characters like Siegfried. For instance, those are just examples. I think could use a little bit of an overall power nerf, because characters like 2B have a hard time being, you know, powerful. They don't have many hits that are just like, okay, well, we can live with this, but, you know, it's just something that, you know, is not going to work out entirely, so, you know. But anyway, I mean, this was a bit of a shorter video than usual. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you liked my little talk about why I hope that we see more diversion of characters' uses, and, you know, people who are using all the other different characters. It's not just like, you know, one-trick ponies or anything like that. But unfortunately, as it is, that's kind of the world that the yeah, we live in. It's kind of just the state of the game is that until things start getting nerfed, until things start getting buffed, and weaker characters start getting buffed, you're going to see Soul Calibur have an unfair advantage on the overall by and by. But with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me again. And yeah, you can join me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Accureye. I am live on Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for sure. I am trying to be live on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially Sunday. Sunday will always be a bonus stream, but on Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday, it'll be about 2 to 3 hours per stream. And yeah, with that being said, thank you everybody for joining me today. Thank you for being here. And until the next one, everybody, this is Accureye signing out and saying farewell, everyone.